Welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make some lovely chickpea cranberry baked chicken salad, or you could just call it chicken salad for short. But it's chicken salad that's made from cranberries. This is going to be a recipe done in a food processor, and you're going to want 2 sticks of celery for this. And you can just rough chop them. They don't have to be any particular size, because everything's going to go into the food processor and get kind of roughed up. So we're going to do our celery there. We want about half a cup of walnuts. And these are just walnuts that I found at the grocery store here. They're the halves and pieces. And that's about good right there, about half a cup. And on these, a rough chop as well, because they're also going into the food processor. And you can leave the chickpeas whole. You're just going to need 1 can of chickpeas. And of course you can double or triple this recipe if you want to make a whole lot. I'm only going to make the 1 serving for now. But into the food processor we're going to go with the can of chickpeas, the 2 ribs of celery, and those are pretty large ribs of celery. If you've got small or thin ribs of celery, I would go maybe 3. And then our half cup of walnuts. And get my scraper out here. This little bench scraper here is a really handy tool to get. I got this off Amazon, just the Amazon Basics kind. They really help with picking stuff up off of your cutting board and keeping your cutting board nice and clean. So basically all that stuff going into the food processor. And this is a Cuisine food processor here. If you don't have a food processor, you would just want to chop everything up a little bit finer and then use like a potato masher to mash the chickpeas, or the back of a fork or something like that. But we're just going to pulse this a few times. And you want to pulse it until you start to see it flaking. And it's starting to kind of come up the sides of the food processor like that. So you can see we've got some nice texture in here. We've still got some chunks of chickpea, but we've also got some pretty finely ground bits, as well as some really small minced chunks. And I'm going to give it, I just pushed it down, I'm going to give it 1 more little pulse here, or a couple more little pulses. Alright, that's good. You don't want to get it down into like a, excuse me, you don't want to get it down into like a soft mush. You just really want to maintain a variance in texture. And we'll get a little spatula out here. We're going to go into our bowl here. You want a big mixing bowl for this, because we're going to add some more ingredients in. And you can see part of it is starting to come together kind of like a fine meal, and that's fine. You just want to maintain some consistency in the final product here so that it does taste like chicken salad. I know the chicken salad that I had when I was younger, the chicken seemed very fine and mealy itself, so this is not really out of place with the consistency. Okay. So into the mixing bowl we are going to add a good pinch of salt, a good bit of black pepper here, both probably about 1/8 teaspoon or so of salt and pepper. We want about a half cup of cranberries. So I'm going to get the half cup measurement out here just in case. But really go as much or as little cranberries as you want, because I personally am a big fan of cranberries, especially in this particular salad, so I tend to go a little over. Alright, and we want about 2 teaspoons of Dijon. And this recipe is intentionally quick and easy to put together. I'm making this because Rachel is starting a new job tomorrow, and she needs something nice and nutritious and filling to eat on her lunch break. So we're going to go about a half cup of mayonnaise here. But you know, these smashed chickpea kind of salads are really great for lunch, especially because you can make a good bit of them in advance and kind of do a sort of food prep situation with it and just kind of fall back on it throughout the week. I really like it on some toasted sourdough or French bread. even though the toast tends to kind of like destroy my mouth. It's always worth it though. Okay. So we've got our ingredients in there. I need my spatula. So we've got our mayonnaise, our 2 mustards, our Dijon and yellow mustard, our dried cranberries, and we're gonna give this a mix. Okay, and we're gonna add some sliced green onion here to give it a bit of oniony flavor. You can instead of the green onion, you can leave them out and serve them kind of as a garnish on top of the chicken salad or the chickpea salad, or you can sub the green onion for something like red onion or some shallot or something like that. And my knife is not very sharp. I really need to sharpen this thing. All right, anyway, that's good enough. I'm just gonna go with some green onion in here. About 2 green onions, about two full green onions with the green and the white, and then another mix. Okay, so now everything's mixed up really nicely, and I will see you tomorrow. All right, so we're back. This is the next day, and I'm gonna make a sandwich with this delicious chickpea salad here. I stuck it in this little deli container and stuck it in the fridge overnight, and ready to have it for lunch today. So I'm just gonna throw it on some bread here. This is just some really lightly toasted French bread. It's from a local bakery here in Sacramento called Grateful Bread, which I thought is a kind of funny play on the old band Grateful Dead, so it's a cool name. But anyway, we're just gonna go with a healthy layer of this chickpea salad here, and go in with some, actually let's do a little more. This stuff, where it's got chickpeas and walnuts in it, it's really high in protein and what they would refer to as healthy fats, which are fats that come from nuts and seeds. So walnuts being a good source of healthy fats. And let's get a little salt and pepper on there as well, just to finish it off. And I've got a little sliced apples over there to eat with it, so should be a really nice filling lunch. All right, lettuce on, bread on top. Perfect. All right, now I'm just gonna get a picture of it real quick, and then we'll give it a try. Okay, I got a picture, and now all I'm gonna do is cut this guy in half, and we'll give it a try. Oh yeah, it's coming out all over the place there. Looks really good. Back in there. All right, let's take this guy outside here. Get into the light. All right, let's give this a try here. Wow. It tastes just like chicken salad. I love those cranberries in there as well. So that's the cranberry chickpea salad. I really hope that you give it a try, and I hope it's a nice recipe that you can rely on during the week for a meal prep or something to take for lunch. It's really healthy, really nutritious, really filling, pretty versatile in the different ways you can plate it. You can eat it with a bed of greens or on a sandwich like this, or however you prefer. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the recipe, and I'll catch you on the next one.